Yo guys, what is up? Back at it today again with another video, and today we're going to be continuing our offensive strategic tips that I've been giving you guys. We talked about how to beat cover one, cover two, and cover three. Now the issue with, you know, even though you do know how to beat cover one, cover two, and cover three, the problem is how can you always read what a cover two, cover one, cover three, whatever, cover zero, how can you even tell when it is going to be that? Sometimes with the blitzes you can tell because the linebacker starts to make his way down towards the line of scrimmage, which gives you a little hint that it may be a cover zero. But other than that, it's kind of hard to tell because sometimes a lot of teams use disguises, so they'll have one safety at the top, but then it'll turn into a cover three because the two corners will start playing the deep zones, or they'll have one safety up there, but then a safety who's down here and towards the middle of the field will drop back, which will allow them to have, a cover two then. So a lot of this game doesn't really come down to, reading the coverage. And I mean, sometimes it does. I mean, late game, especially, when I'm down and I need to make a play, I try to use the seams and that can really help me out. But a lot of the times, during the game, you're not going to be really sitting there analyzing every single time. Oh, is this a cover zero, cover one, cover two? Like, you're not going to be doing that realistically. And I doubt if you're facing good players, they're going to continue to use the same coverage over and over and over again. So at the end of the day, what it comes down to is really ball placement. What you're going to look for is a player who's open, and then once you do find the player who's open, you have to place the football in the spot. I mean, just think about it as in real life. You have to place the spot, but I mean, you have to place the ball in a spot where the corner can't reach it, but your player can. And so a lot of this comes down to using your analog stick and using the buttons correctly. So when we pass to our player, first of all, let's talk about bullet pass. 99% of this game, you are going to have to use bullet pass. The only chances where you're not using bullet pass is on a deep shot, maybe, and maybe once in a while, if your guy's super wide open, you might use a lob pass. But other than that, you're typically going to be using bullet passes. And the reason you're doing this is so that it can just get straight to your player. Like for example, right here, I'm just gonna bullet that. All right, because if I lob that, that safety's gonna come down. He's gonna break up that pass. So how do you bullet? For those of you guys who don't know, all you really have to do is just hold down the button harder than usual. So right there, Ezekiel Elliott, you just gotta hold down R1 rather than when you just press a button. So if you just press square, square. You see how that ball went really slowly towards him? That was a lob pass. But to bullet it, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to just click it for an extended period of time. So we're going to have to hold down the button. So R1, hold it down. You see that? That's a bullet pass right there. It says at the bottom too, it'll tell you when it's a lob pass or a bullet pass. So you'll be able to tell. Okay, next off, now that you know how to bullet or bullet pass, because 99% of this game you're going to be bullet passing. You're not going to be sitting here, doing whatever. Next thing is using your analog stick. Your analog stick is going to help you place the football in an exact spot where you want it. So, if you want your player to catch it like on the upside of the field or on his left shoulder or continue running to the left. For example, right here, Dalton Schultz, I'm going to throw it a little bit in front of him. You see how he stays in stride? Now, if I threw that right at him, he wouldn't have stayed in stride. He would have kept running. Yeah, like let's just do a normal bullet pass with no, like, you see how he reached out for it and then he lost his momentum? If I was able to place that ball right in front of him, he could have caught it and just kept straight running. For example, right here, I'll show you guys. If I actually try to place it, you see how he just stays in stride? He goes right in his momentum and he's still running as if he was just running without the football. And so at the end of the day, a lot of what it comes down to is where you're placing this football. So a lot of times when your guy's really open, you could do something like that. Or even if they're not, just placing it in a spot where, the guy's not going to be able to reach it. Like right here, I placed it over the top of this linebacker. So it was really only Dalton Schultz that really had a chance at it. So all you're going to have to do is really just aim your analog stick towards where you want the football. For example, if I want this ball to my guy Noah Brown, I'm going to, you know, my guy Noah Brown, in that play at least, if we go back, you will see that my guy Noah Brown was actually below my corner. So when I'm throwing that pass, since my guy's below that corner, here I'll show you guys again if Noah Brown's still below that corner. But if he's below the corner, what I'm gonna try to do is throw the pass underneath. Because if I throw the pass underneath, like right here for example, if I throw the pass, you see how my guy's behind the corner, like he's not on top of the corner, like he's a little bit closer to me than he is towards the corner. So what I'm going to try to do is place the ball closer to me. That's going to allow him for the best chance to catch the football. All right, so we're going to try this out in this play example. All right. I don't even know what happened. All right, that was just a horrible play. I don't even know what that was. But try something else out. For example, in this play, if it works out, I mean, where am I going to place this football? I want to place it in the spot where, again, no one's going to get it except for my guy Noah Brown. So I saw that corner. He started shifting towards the middle of the field. Okay, I'm going to throw that ball all the way towards the left sideline. So how do I do that? I hit my analog stick all the way to the left, all the way to the left. So I allowed the only guy who's going to get that football. In this case, for example, okay, that was a badly thrown ball because my guy was under pressure on the run. But in that situation right there, you see how that linebacker was a little bit in front of my guy? I tried to pass that ball upwards, so my analog stick was upwards. Right here, we're just going to use this normal bullet pass, and then again, on the momentum, on the stride. Let's see another one we got. Uh, so you see that again right there. If I threw that right at him, that corner would have broken that play up. But it's because I aimed my analog stick towards the right side that allowed him to get open. So again, a lot of this comes down to where are you pointing your analog sticks? Where are you making bullet passes? Are you putting the ball in a spot where the corner can't reach it and only your receiver can reach it? All right, and that's at the end of the day, that's what this game comes down to. I hit the wrong button. I was trying to hit Dalton Schultz on that one. But again, this is what it really comes down to: is do you know where to place the football? It doesn't really come down to um, like even though might know cover two, you might know cover three, you might know cover zero. At the end of the day, you're not gonna be able to read these plays off like that because there's a lot of disguises, there's a lot of different techniques that people use to avoid this. So it's not going to be always possible to do that. But what it is going to be possible to do is to be able to place the ball where you want it. So that's really what you guys want to learn. If you guys want to, you can just obviously just continue to play at whatever level you do. And just make sure that you're just practicing these skills. You can go into skill training like I'm in right now, and just continue to do that. But I promise you guys will get better, and you just need to stay consistent with it, and just try aiming your football in a spot again where the other guy can't reach it. Just look for a guy who's open and then place it in the correct spot. It sounds stupid when I say it out loud, but it sounds smarter when you get into the game. Bullet pass and place it towards where there's no players, okay, and towards the spot where he can catch it. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to drop a like, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.